there's this false preacher out there named Bill Grady, and he's this hardcore Zionist guy, you know, just worshiping Israel and the Jews and all that kind of stuff. And they held this conference last week or this week, you know, preaching against me. They mentioned me like 85 times by name or something like that. They just kept preaching sermons against me and everything like that. Because, you know, I don't worship the Jews like they do. They seem marching to Zion and you know, to expose their false doctrine. But what's funny is that this guy wrote a book called Holy Ground. And he's making a big deal about it in this sermon that he's preaching against me about how, you know what the first thing that God ever called holy in the Bible? It's dirt. The holy ground, you know, dirt. And he's got this little potted plant called the Wandering Jew. And he's pulling dirt out and saying that there's 3 brides. I mean, you can't even make up how weird this preaching is. He's like, well, God the Father marries Israel. Jesus marries the church. But then the individual Jews in the long run, in the eternal state, they're going to marry the literal dirt, the ground, the earth. They're marrying the land. They're marrying the dirt. He's like, it's that ground over there is holy. That land's holy. In fact, he wrote a whole book. He claimed he spent 18,000 hours working on this book. And yeah, that's my reaction too. And he said, it's called Holy Ground, all about the land, Israel. Can somebody explain to him that the burning bush and the holy ground was in Arabia? It's like you're going to write a whole book called Holy Ground. Oh, it's the land, that special land of Israel. Hello, Mount Sinai's in Arabia. So I guess Saudi Arabia is the Holy Land, folks. Let's all head to Mecca and go bow down to that GameCube, right? But look, you know why the ground was holy at Mount Sinai in Arabia? Okay, the reason why is because of the fact that God was there. That's what made it holy, okay? And that's why when they're walking into a completely different location in Canaan, it's again holy ground. Why? Because God's, he's not saying, hey, for the next, 1,000 some odd years, you guys are all going to have to go barefoot. Because you're on holy ground. I mean, I guess if we take a trip to Israel, we're going to have to take off our shoes and go through the scanner and just leave our shoes off for the whole trip. Because we're on holy ground. I mean, isn't that the logic? Look, it's Arabia. I don't think that he thinks Saudi Arabia is holy. These guys, they don't like Muslims or Arabs or anything like that. And look, I hate Islam, but I love Muslims. Amen? I hate Islam, but you know what? I love lost sinners that are duped by it, and I want to get them saved. Amen?